Hello, happy holidays. Hope you are all doing well wherever you are. And thank you for joining me today as we take a look at some pretty cool little holiday pictures. Now, these are something that's not necessarily specifically Christmas or holiday related, but they're just kind of fun things that you can do, whether you do them throughout the year, whether you do them when you're on the beach. Obviously, we've talked before about, it's always good fun to get those Santa hats from the dollar store. This is the time of year to get them. I promise you, they are difficult to find for the rest of the year. And if you can, they're going to be expensive. You can always order them on Amazon, but Amazon's good, but they're not as good as Dollarama. So yeah, today basically we're going to cover off a couple of different photo scenarios that you can do, and just some cute little ideas. I've got actually one I'm going to show you right now. So this is one that I just did last night actually, and I've got a whole tutorial on how to do this. It's actually super easy to do, and you don't need to have a fancy camera for this stuff. Like I just use my iPhone. You don't really need any setup other than a couple of things. You need, like I'll say in the video, but you'll need a little like Christmas box type thing. And you'll need a little light source. I've got this Pro one that I've used. In the video, I've also explained how you can use one from the dollar store. So there's lots of different options to achieve that effect. And when we were at the Hyatt Zilara Riviera Maya, last year, we were actually there for Christmas, and the photographer was walking around, especially on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, walking around taking photos of everyone. For the most part, everyone was dressed up to the nines because it was a fancy occasion. They had choir singers, they had ballet dancers, they had all kinds of stuff going on. So it was a lot of fun. And they were walking around, they were doing different photos, and they did one of these fun photo effects for us. So I have since learned how to do it. And it's, as I say, it's actually pretty straightforward. Let me know in the comments if you like to do these sort of fun theme photos. And if so, have you done them before? Generally speaking, I will say that most resorts, if you're getting a photo done, they will charge you nothing for the photo shoot, in the hopes that or the anticipation that you will purchase some of their photos. And the photos run usually $20-25 US. So they're fairly reasonably priced, and you are getting a professional photo shoot done. Pro tip as well, if you need a new cover photo for your social media, whether you're a realtor, a lawyer, a teacher, and you want a photo on your business card, you name it, getting it done at a resort, like I say, the photo shoot is free. The photo is going to cost you $20-25 usually. Can't go wrong, folks. I mean, you can't go to a photographer downtown Vancouver and get a headshot for that price. So you really can't go wrong with that. So let's just jump right into the video on, well, let's go here first. So yeah, how to create this photo. Let's jump right into the video on the how-to. And if you have any questions along the way, feel free to pop them down below. If you're watching this later on, do still feel free to add your comments and questions, because I do respond to all questions. So here, let's take a look. So for this present opening picture, it's pretty straightforward and super easy to do. I've actually seen this happen at quite a few different resorts in Mexico, where they are actually setting up this shot, and it's super easy to do at home. Basically, all you need is a box, any shape or size will do. Throw some Christmas wrap on it, or if it's already decorated with Christmas packaging, that's all the better. Throw a little bow on top. I find you're gonna tilt it to open. I find that if you have a little piece of Scotch tape affixing the lid, it just works a little bit better in terms of functionality when you're in the process of actually doing the film. So beyond that, you're going to need a light to go inside of the box. And there's a couple of different options that you can get. I mean, you can get a full-on a studio light like this, which is quite bright, but it's a little bit more specific and technical. So it's probably going to cost you a bit more. Or you can go to the dollar store and you can pick up a little sort of emergency light. This one cost $1.25, and boom, you've got your light source. That's definitely a much better option if you want to keep this cheap and cheerful and get your picture set up properly. Another thing to consider is how warm that light source is going to get. If you're unsure of what you're doing and you're going to need to take a couple of different takes, especially like we're dealing with paper products here, so you don't want to get anything too hot so that there's a danger of causing a flame. So make sure that you do bear that in mind. So you're going to take your box. Again, I've already taped down the lid, so I flip that open. I'm going to turn on my light source, pop it inside. So whichever one you choose, just make sure that it will actually fit inside. So you're going to turn it on, hold, there we go, before putting it inside of the box, and then close it up. And then what you need to do is you need to find as dark of a place as possible. If you've got a child and you want to do your picture of your child, either for Facebook or whatever, or to send to the relatives, or to put on next year's Christmas cards, it's awfully sweet. And looks sort of you can get the wonder and surprise of them opening up the glowing Christmas present. So there you go. It literally is that easy. The main thing that you want to do when you're taking your photo, you're going to set the aperture. So you're going to put your phone somewhere stable. And what you want to do is you want to do a focus lock. So where you basically put your finger on the screen and you hold it there until the box sort of goes boop, boop. Just make that sound, but boop, boop. So it'll say AF lock. And basically that's the autofocus and stuff like that. So what's going to happen is you are setting the darkness. I would drag it down a little bit as well. Once you've set it, if you just drag down on the screen, you can make it a little bit darker as well. But you can also, as I say, you can edit this in post. You can edit it right on your phone through the Photos app, and to get that different effect. As you could see in the end, it wasn't quite to my liking. But it's pretty easy to achieve that slightly darker look. Add a little contrast, decrease the brightness a little bit, add some either vibrance or saturation, and that's pretty much all you need to do to set it up. This is the photo that we had done at the Hyatt Zilara Riviera Maya last year. So what's quite nice is they've got those twinkle lights in the background and then the sort of gift box at the front. I think they also used a flash, but I mean, the guy's camera was probably $3,000. His other flashy stuff was probably another $1,000. Like I say, I was able to achieve a fairly similar result. I mean, I should have done it in front of a Christmas tree or I had lights behind, but aside from that, not bad for my basic iPhone. And this is the iPhone 13 Pro. But literally, as long as you can lock the focus, you can do it. So it doesn't need much. Like I said, a light, a box, make sure the light fits inside the box. And as well, a little bit of tape so that when you're holding it open, it's just a little bit easier to manipulate. Now, another idea that is super popular this year, and you will see this all over TikTok, is to do a photo box. And that's essentially what that looks like. I didn't do it with a child inside because I don't have one. But honestly, folks, if you have kids, any of these photos, whether you take them at, Christmas or whatever holiday you're celebrating this season, or Easter, or just in general, or for their birthdays or what have you, any of these concepts can be applied. For this time of year, makes for a great Christmas card. The grandparents gonna love a photo like that. The photo box one, essentially what this is, I didn't transfer over the photo. So basically all I did is, these are all 4 different photos. And what I did is I took a box. Oops. So basically took my old iTV box, my Apple TV box, and I set it up with a white background. And then I had a bunch of twinkle lights. And I just, this, I think I got this at the dollar store for all these lights. So it cost like $4 or $5, super cheap again. These ones are on like a LED, what's this called? The wire? I'm not sure what it's called. But they get tangled up really easily. So do be mindful of that. You kind of want to have them somewhat organized. As you can see, I've got mine in little bunches. But you want to set up the lights in the back of the video. And then you do need to have a bit of a light, whether you use your phone's flashlight or a real flashlight. Pro tip, if it's too harsh of a light and you're getting too much shadows, put tissues on top. I can tell you now, I never used to do this, but this is my circle light. And I think you can see that there. It's literally taped up tight with Kleenex. And it diffuses the light like a charm. So if you want to take some light, especially evening shots where it's a little bit darker, that totally works. For my pictures, I found some little decorations that we had laying around, these quirky little frog guys, I guess. Anyway, so I use those in place of a human or a dog. But basically all you're going to do on this photo is you set it up with, as you can see, the lights are in the background. This is actually, as I say, it's a compilation of 4 photos, but it has that effect of looking like one of those box sets. And you kind of move the items around a little bit. Or if you've got a dog, have it laying down, have it standing up, have it on its back, whatever. Same with the child, sitting there reading a book. Again, if you've got them reading a book and you can put that light, like you can actually just tape it to one of the pages, and then it's going to have that shine onto their face. So it creates a nice dramatic effect. So these are all kind of neat ideas that you can do. And then I just use Canva to put it together afterwards. So essentially just put each photo in, squared it up so that they all fit. And that was it. Now, I did notice that there was a little bit of difference between the various photos that I took in terms of contrast. And quite frankly, that must have been user error, because it would have been where I was holding the light in relation to the object. So you might have to correct it a little bit, but I mean, that takes seconds. And then you end up with kind of a cool little shot. So imagine this with a little puppy dog or a 2-year-old or something like that. It's kind of a neat little shot. You can see that on the, oh gosh, what is that for you? Your top left, where the guy's lying down and there's the other frog bringing in gifts. The face is lit up a little bit more. So just be careful with that. Play around with it a little bit to make sure that you're getting the right kind of lighting so that it makes sense. So yeah, it's just some quick little ideas for you on holiday pictures. But like I said, I mean, if I was going to send that out on a Christmas card, well, if I had kids and it was, my son and daughter doing that, that would be quite cute. And that would be a neat little Christmas card. So just a different idea for you. Next week is going to be a slightly longer show. We have the brand new resorts, the top new resorts opening up in Mexico, the top new all-inclusive resorts. So we're going to talk about that, some super exciting things, including one resort that's going to be opening up in an area that really, it's popular, but it really doesn't have anything beyond a sort of 3-ish, low 4-star all-inclusive resorts. So this is something I'm super excited about, and I think it's going to bring in a lot of tourism to the area. So be sure to tune in for that. And that is going to be next week, Wednesday, December 27th, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. So I hope you join me for that. And we are going to keep doing these live videos on Wednesdays, so I hope you can join me for that. I have also introduced channel memberships. So if you're watching and you decide you want to have a little bit more information, the memberships, what you get with that is different access. So you have sneak previews of videos, early access. There's members-only posts, members-only videos, as well as on the top tier, you can also join in and get vacation consultations. So you can do a one-on-one. I can help you choose the resort that's right for you and the destination that you're looking for. Or if you just want to pick my brain about one of the resorts that I've done a video on, find out a little bit more about Rarotonga or the Margaritaville Resort in Nassau in the Bahamas. Happy to help with any of those or any of the other resorts that I've been to that is with the top membership level. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving the video a like. It really helps out the video, especially this time of year. People are running around like crazy, shopping, working, buying groceries, buying gifts. Not a lot of people watching videos right now. Next week, I think will be more. But in the meantime, if you can just throw a little thumbs up, really, really helps. So thanks for watching. And also don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.